Two Shades Gabby here. Hello, folks. Well, I'm going to go through a couple of boxes of pennies with my sorter today. I've got an acquaintance who's wanting to buy some more copper from me, and I have agreed. And so I don't want to get into my 500 pounds that I have stashed away. I'm willing to sell some. It's always nice to make a few bucks, but I do also want to make sure I'm putting more away. So I got a lot of pennies ordered. I'm going to keep ordering them as long as I can get them. And I will sell, some occasionally, but I won't be selling all the time because I want to increase my hoard too. But I have agreed to sell some, so I'm going to try to get through a few boxes and start getting some built up here to sell to this individual that contacted me. So let's get started. I am going to sort them, get the copper. I'm going to get the wheat pennies out because this gentleman is mostly just concerned about the copper. He may be going through them looking for the varieties and stuff because I don't check for that. But anyway, I'm going to see how many pounds of copper I get in 2 boxes of pennies, and hopefully I'll get myself a handful of wheat pennies as well. I have I have finished sorting the first box of pennies, and I tried to watch what's going in the zinc side, just keep an eye. I happened to see a 2009 fall in there, so I grabbed it up real quick. But I saw a penny fall in that looked, I thought, was that a wheat penny? So I stuck my hand in there and grabbed, and it was a wheat penny that fell to the zinc side. And it's a 2019 San Francisco, for heaven's sake. And I thought, boy, I'm glad I caught that. Well, anyway, I was about a third of the way through of the box. I thought, something's wrong. So I took them all back out and ran them all back through again. All of them went back through to the zinc. I'm like, what is going on here? So I grabbed some wheat pennies, some Canadian pennies, a few 2009s that I had just stuck aside, and I put all of them in there, and I ran tests. And every single time, all of the Canadian, all of the wheat pennies went to the copper side, the 2009s went to the zinc side, except this penny. Every single time it went to the zinc side. It weighs 3.0 grams, so it's not like, well, I don't know what the deal is, but I'll just have to keep a watch out. If something caused this one to go through, I'm assuming that means somewhere down the road another one could get through. But I know with this machine you can't catch everything, but I am trying to really watch stuff to make sure I'm not losing. I'm rerunning things through when I need to. But that's an oddball to me. All the rest of them seem to be going just right, and so I'm going to weigh the copper from this box, see how much I got, then I'll get the next box started. I just have to keep a really close eye out. A little bit of glare on there. I hope you can see it. I feel like I do have my 3 pounds in this first box. Of course, I have not taken out any wheat pennies yet, but let's see what we got. Oh yeah, 3 pounds, 5 ounces. Pretty good for this box. I'll go through it here in a minute and get the wheaties out if there are any more. And let me get the other box ran through first. Then I'll get the wheat pennies from both boxes. I am finished with the second box. Even with the checking and rechecking I did, especially the first time. And I do go a little bit slower because I'm trying to watch what's going on down in here in this zinc side. It still took me less than 45 minutes to go through both boxes. So I'm going to weigh up my copper here and see what we got in the second box. I don't think I got quite as much in this box as I did the first one. Nope, just a fraction under 3 pounds after you take out the weight of the box. It's like 1.1 ounces. Okay, let's go looking for some wheat pennies. Well, I found a few in there that had a shellac coating on them. That was weird. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. And I found 8 copper Canadian cents. None of them were King George, unfortunately, this time, but that's all right. I got a couple of them that were really nice and an S penny up there. And I got, I think 10 Wheaties, which is good. 51, 46D. There's the 1919S that I got lucky to find. a 1939, a 51D, 56D, 55D, 57D, and what's that? Looks funny. Is that a 58 or a 1? I may have to look at that under the tom loaf. It looks kind of weird. Oh, it's a 58 with maybe a dirt in the bottom hole. Okay. Oh, and one more. Looks like, I think that's a 46. That 4 looks weird. I do go a little bit slower at going through these than I definitely could. I could just see if they're wheat pennies and go on, but I try to take a quick glance. What if I had an 83 in here? So I try not to take lots and lots of extra time, but I'm trying to flip them over just to get an idea. Plus, if there's anything really odd about them, I can catch that too. And of course, when I come across a 59 obverse, I turn it over to check out its reverse. Okay, at the end, I got 6 more Canadian copper pennies. No George or nothing. And a few more S pennies and 8 wheat pennies. Let's see what we got here. 42 Philadelphia. 58D. 41 Philly. Oh, 1930D, that's cool. 41 Philly, 44 Philly, 39 Philly, and a 56D. All right, that's 18 wheat pennies, not too bad. I got over 6 pounds of copper. And what was that, like 14 more Canadian copper pennies? Not bad for a bulk haul there, I'll tell you. Pretty neat. Well, it just so happens that I need that 1930D for my book, so that's pretty fun. Like getting these. You know what? Let's just do 2 more boxes while I'm at it. I need to accumulate some more copper for this person that's wanting to buy some from me anyway. I got a bunch of boxes coming next week and a few more later this week. See that one way back there? This is going to be 2 boxes minus 1 roll. I've got an idea that might be kind of fun. That one back there has a wheat penny ender. I think I'm going to keep saving up the wheat penny enders. If I'm blessed well enough that I keep getting them, you know, I'm hoping maybe sometime out in the future, I'm going to try to do a full box of wheat penny ender, 50 rolls of wheat penny enders and see what all we get. I think that'd be kind of fun. So I'm keeping 1 roll out for that purpose. Got 2 boxes to go here, minus 1 roll. Let's get it started. Just barely getting started. I have run the first box through the machine. I watched it pretty closely. It seemed to be doing pretty good. I did see a Canadian penny plop down on the zinc side, and I was afraid that that was a copper one, but I looked at it. It's a 98. It's not copper. I think I'm pretty close to 3 pounds, but maybe off just a little. We'll see here. Oh, yeah, off more than I realized. 2 pounds, 9 ounces in this one. That's a little low. Plus, we've got to get hopefully some wheat pennies out of there too. All right, let's get the next box going. Okay, I have run that second box through the sorter now. I saw another Canadian plop down there, plop down in the zinc side, and again, it was a new non-copper one. I think I'm off again. Yep, 2 pounds, 12 ounces. So, you know what? I think I am going to run the zincs through one more time just to see, make sure that it's catching everything. And I'll let you know what I find. Well, it does seem to be working great. The only thing that it kicked out on the other side this time was another Canadian, again, not copper. So some of them it's kicking out, and some of them it ain't. I'm not sure. But along the way, I would put in a copper just to test it. And each time the copper went to the proper side, not another single one did. And I was watching, I think it's doing great. So these two boxes just don't have quite as much copper. That's all there is to it. I believe this was the second box that I went through. I've got 10 wheat pennies, 2 Canadian copper. I out of the 2, I also got 3 non-Canadian copper and another Panama. That's like the 3rd or 4th one I've gotten recently. Somebody must have recently been over there, 1968. Anyway, that's kind of cool. Let's see what years we got in the Wheaties. 52D, 58D, 40 Philadelphia, 44 Philadelphia, 52D. Here's an old one. 1919 Philadelphia. That's cool. Over 100 years old. 1944 Philly. 53D, 42 Philly, and a 46 Philly. Cool. Let me get that next box now. Well, in this box, I got 11 Wheaties and 6 Copper Canadian. So that's a total of the 2 boxes. I did get 21 wheat pennies. That's pretty cool. Let's see what we got. 45 Philly. Another 45 Philly. Oh, 1930 Philadelphia. Cool. 52D. 52 Philadelphia. 1937. All right. 57D. 55 Philadelphia. 51 Denver. 1940 P, and a 1950 Denver. Well, that's pretty cool. None of the Canadian are really old, but that's okay. 6 more copper Canadian. Let's wait. I'm going to get over here and see what the total copper weight is out of the 2 boxes. Let's see what we... Oh, my machine is off, for heaven's sake. It used to stay on all the time. Just over 5 pounds total. 5 pounds, 2 ounces, something like that. All right, I'll add that to my copper hoard, and 4 boxes, and we've gotten 11 plus pounds out of the 2 boxes. That's pretty cool, and like 39 wheat pennies. Pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. We'll catch you guys later. This will be the end.